With over 4 million Americans turning 65 in the year 2025, retirement is top of mind, and many need to turn to their portfolios and their Social Security for their main sources of income. Here to discuss how to produce income from your portfolio and maximize Social Security benefits is Dwight Rich. He's a certified financial planner and a registered Social Security analyst. He's also the founder of Rich Wealth Management. Dwight, great to have you back. Thanks for being here.
Thanks for having me.
So are you fielding a lot of questions from people that are planning that retirement?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Can I do this, and how, basically, are the main questions. They really don't know how to approach it.
And that's why you're here, to kind of begin that discussion, and then the follow-up becomes, okay, let's take another look into what you have here. So in broad terms, what does the landscape of income-producing investments even look like today?
Well, actually, it's quite good. I mean, if we go just back 5 years when we were at the bottom of COVID, it's hard to believe that was 5 years ago in the first place. But, interest rates are 10 times higher than they were in March of 2020 when we hit historical lows. So actually, interest rates are, fairly good. Now, they're not great for borrowers maybe, but the flip side of that is for people that are planning for retirement,
right.
It's actually a pretty good time. You can get rates that are almost above average.
What's a reasonable rate to even expect?
Well, the 10-year Treasury is really what all things are kind of keyed on. And right now, the 10-year Treasury is give or take around 4.5%. Now, back in COVID, it was 0.4 of 1%. So 4.5%. So if you look at that as kind of the benchmark, in the corporate bond area, maybe you're at 5.5 or 6 or even higher, and preferreds, pushing towards 6 and 7%. And even in some stocks, you're getting 3 and 5%. So you're really in a pretty good environment for income-producing investments.
When it comes to Social Security, how do you time that out? When is the best time to start claiming that? Because once you do it, you really can't go back.
That's true. They give you one mulligan on that, but most people don't take that.
Right.
But well, there's really kind of two things to think about on Social Security that we always tell folks, and that is, number one, it pays to be patient. If you claim your Social Security benefit at 62 versus claiming it at 70, it's a 77% difference in the benefit that you're going to get, and that also echoes throughout your spouses if you have a beneficiary. And then you also need to look at really at your Social Security as its longevity insurance. So you got to plan for maximum life, not maybe average life. Because you just never know how long you're going to live, and we want to plan for the best, which would be living to 100.
That's right. When people come to meet with you, whether it's the first time or the fifth time, and they're just taking on this topic, what should they expect to bring and discuss in that meeting with you?
Well, everything's confidential, of course, so we really ask them to bring as much as possible, but definitely their Social Security statement, definitely their investment statements, and any questions that they have. I mean, this is usually a one-time thing. I mean, unlike professional athletes or rock stars, most people only retire once.
Right.
So you want to get it right the first time. So really deep dive it, bring as much as possible, and then we'll kind of uncover the situation.
And how can people reach out to you for that complimentary consultation, and what should they expect with that?
They can simply call our office at 398-6850, or you can go to richwealthmanagement.com and connect with us there. And we'll do a complimentary consultation. We'll give them 2 free visits. We'll basically go through, identify any red flags, and then they can decide whether they want to address them with us or on their own.
There we go. All right, Dwight, always great to see you. Great advice. I know it's a big year.
Yep.
Big, busy year for you, and big decisions for many people out there, and you're just here to reassure them it's going to be fine.
For sure.
All right, Dwight, thanks so much. So to get started, just call that number on your screen or head over to richwealthmanagement.com.